It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Giants and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Now Jones. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Working with a 2nd and 3. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 50 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing Jones. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Giants. Keenan Allen. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. They'll start with the option. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep
And he coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. A lot of talk this week. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, ruling on the field as
overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now a handoff running through the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Smith catches left side. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker as to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing on first down. Jones. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks? This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And New York set to take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that and trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. A little juke. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Toney. And some room to roam now. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 40 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This will be caught at about the 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Devontae Smith. 92 yards. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. A long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. Touchdown. Saquon. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Taken from just outside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A final shot before break. Jones. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. If I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
From the gun, he'll hand this off, and he'll get a couple up to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kadarius Toney, 34 yards. And the Giants take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Two yards left on 2nd down from the 9. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Zerline good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Eagles 21.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. Here's Hurts. Out to his left. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
It's week 1 of the National Football.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants. But his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones, and his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And some space here. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map to the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Hurts. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. Trucks over him. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Jones. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Jones on 3rd down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Jones now on 1st and 10. And that one complete downfield to Allen. Touchdown, Giants! Keenan Allen. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. Have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
On 1st down, Hurts. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Back to throw.
That one complete down the field to Smith. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
From the 29, Hurts is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Touchdown! Devontae Smith, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown for Devontae Smith.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the 1st half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now Jones. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He was waving as hard as wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air, as his guys have now moved out in front. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. From just shy of midfield, Hurts finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the Giants one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jones on first down. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Now Jones, a final shot before break. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 77 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This 7 catch. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He finds some open field here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Giants are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He was brought down by Nick Needham.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
On the line. On the ball. Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Whenever I see a team... drives, fumbles on their last 2. I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles, and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
And the Giants ready to come out now. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones, and that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Barkley, inside handoff. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Jones. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster from 17 yards out. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being...
But that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 72 yards. And the Eagles have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now out come the Giants. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Running again with Barkley on second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly when the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Shotgun, they run with Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Jones forced out to his left. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. That is his 951st NFL reception, so 49 away from 1,000, but 951. That ties him with Andre Reed.
Oh, I love the trigger there because Andre Reed caught the ball any part of the field and specialized in traffic, similar to what we've seen throughout his career as well. Does not mind.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense.
All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get the lead up to 4. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Now, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra.